What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Josh from Sk8Addict TV, where we ride, we vibe, and we listen now, man. Welcome to another episode of the Sk8Addict TV podcast. Yo, we have a really dope episode for you. This is the first in the studio live interview that we have here on the show, man. But before we cut into that, I want to talk about something right quick. I put a post up a couple days ago, and the post was just the question of the day, and it was stating, what does skating save you from? And when I posted this, I thought it was going to be some very surface level kind of things that people were having. Like, I was bored or, this whatever surface level things were. Like pretty much just being bored or, pandemic, whatever the case is, right? And some of the things and some of the answers that I saw under that post completely shocked me. I'm not one to kind of get surprised and shocked, but I was very shocked and surprised what skating has saved people from and how open people were about their situation or situations that have happened. Man, we saw people, they said skating saved them from suicide. Skating saved them from depression, severe anxiety, mobility issues, disease, and diabetes and other health conditions. The go look at the post. There is so many answers and so many things that skating has saved people from that it's crazy. And I know some of these people directly, and the thing is that like you see them and they're smiling all the time. And it was even some of the posts I was like, I would have never thought that you were going through some of these things because your energy is so positive, or you always smiling when I see you. I would have never thought that you were anxious or you had suicidal thoughts. But at the end of the day, why I say that because we have to be very mindful of how we talk or how we communicate with people while we're in the rink and off the rink. You never know what people are going through. You never know how close somebody is to the edge to either blowing up and doing something crazy to somebody or themselves. So we have to be super mindful of how we communicate with people because you never know what people are going through, man. And I would suggest that you go look at the post and go check out some of the comments because you might have somebody that you can actually relate to. Go talk to that person. Go build community with that person because you can go help one another out if you're going through something in a current situation, right? And that's one of the goals of the podcast, to help build that community. But shout out to everybody that threw a comment on the post and as transparent as you were on the post. That is amazing. I commend you for your honesty and your transparency. And I hope whatever y'all have gone through or currently going through, that you see that light at the end of the tunnel. And if you do need assistance, say something, y'all. Like for real. Don't let that go by and just kind of like linger. I'm glad skating is giving you the outlet where you don't have to deal with it, but having the tools to be able to deal with it are very important also. But, I'm sorry to get all sad and stuff, but that was just a really powerful post. But we got a really dope episode for y'all today. We have Rome Allen, who is the founder of JB Southern here in Orlando, Florida. He's also like a yoga instructor. He's a videographer. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Rome and also just the JB community that's here in Orlando, in the Tampa, Florida area, and just Florida in general. So we'll see you after this commercial break. Aha! What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Josh from Sk8Addict TV. If you have any kind of brand, business, or event that's coming up and you want to promote it on Sk8Addict TV podcast, make sure you email Sk8AddictTV@gmail.com so we can get you on the show. But until then, make sure you go follow Sk8Addict TV on Instagram, where we ride, we vibe, and we party. Aha! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm here with the famous Rome Allen of JB Southern, man. An original and an Atlanta native, doing ATL style, and now it's cutting into the JB realm. He has yoga. He's a yoga instructor. He does videography.
I'm not a yoga instructor. I just do yoga.
Man, he's a yoga man. You should see him in the rink doing downward dog and all these handstands, bro. He's impressive, bro.
I gotta stretch, man.
He needs to have a yoga class just for skaters. That might be a move, by the way.
That might be a move.
I'm gonna need 10% if you do it. Put Sk8Addict TV logo on it. But yo, Rome, what's good, bro? and I ain't bullshit either.
10% is crazy.
10% is huge. Y'all heard it here first, though. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah. What's good, bro?
Man, chilling, bro. You know me, bro. It's another day in paradise. Out here just trying to make it shake, man. Okay. You are the second guest to be on the Sk8Addict TV podcast, man.
I was the first, but it's cool.
Damn, bro. Cool. You know what? I lied. You the first male. You the first male.
I'll take that, first male.
You know what I'm saying? You the first one in Orlando.
Damn. Okay.
That's big. That's different. That's different.
That's crazy.
So what's good with you though?
I'm good, man. Just really like settling into the community. You know what I mean? I've been here since 2019 in Orlando. Again, just really settling into what Florida is. Like Florida is different. You know what I'm saying? Like
that it is.
Different is crazy.
So when you say different, like what's different about it? The biggest thing that I hear is like it's a melting pot. So it's just so many different. But at the same
time, bro, ain't no niggas here. Like I be like, I be honest, bro. Ain't no.
It's like, little bro, Puerto Rico, bro.
Look, bro, no cap, man. Like I come from Atlanta, so it's like as soon as you got off the plane, it's niggas everywhere. You know what I mean? So I'm used to seeing black people on a regular basis. I got off the plane. Here is like, okay,
hola,
bro. Seriously, man, like, bro, like even where I stay, man, it's most Spanish people than anything in the world, and I love my Hispanic culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, bro, I don't know shit about y'all. Like, bro, like have the shit y'all eat. I fuck with it, but it's like I don't really know that shit. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
Now, because of that though, that's what made me like, I gotta find something like where the people at, where my people at. You know what I mean? So during the pandemic and shit, I was like, man, let me just go to a skating rink. You know what I mean? Because I don't know nobody around here. Let me just see if I still got it.
Okay.
You know, and I was like, oh shit, it's niggas here. Okay, this where the niggas at. Oh shit, yeah, all right, cool. This where the niggas at. Cool, bet. I'll be here. Right. These are my start. These are where my people at. I will be here. All right, cool.
So you just randomly came on. You just happened to come on a random Astro Saturday.
So like, all right. So Che Musa, I started going like I went Wednesday, and they was playing that bullshit ass music. I was like, all right. What the fuck?
Once again, y'all, no disrespect to jam skaters and shuffle skate.
Fuck that. I'm disrespectful, bro. That shit is bullshit to me. I'm sorry. Look. I know it's a whole style for it. Must love the album, bro.
That's your name.
That shit. That's not my thing. Not my thing. I was these just skating around. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? I've never heard of it. Coming from Atlanta, bro, like we used to playing radio music and we bumped to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm coming from the A where you had Sparkles on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Adult night before Cascade. You know what I'm saying?
But what I heard about Atlanta, because I talked to DJ Yoga, and I also talked shout out to Yoga, man. I also talked to Solo. Okay. Shout out to Solo when they were here for one point in time.
Okay.
But they had told me that Atlanta skate scene has y'all spoiled.
Okay,
y'all. So I heard y'all spoiled as hell, actually.
All right, so I'm finna tell my age. So let me. I'm finna tell my age because they be like, "What's this nigga old?" But real shit, like, so when I started skating, was like my home skating rink was Skate Town.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this was before Cascade was even open.
Oh wow.
This was like when Jelly Bean was open. You get what I'm saying?
Put me on games. I don't know. None of them places are.
We're talking about Screaming Wheels on Sk8Addict Ave before Sk8Addict Ave became Metropolitan. You dig what I'm saying? We talking about like Skate Town, Sparkles on Sundays, and Riverdale. This is before Sparkles was in Cobb County. You know what I'm saying? Sparkles on Riverdale there first. That's where everybody used to go to. Okay. So like it's a car lot now, but you know Sunday night was Sparkles. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I used to got to have a fake ID to get in that motherfucker. And that shit used to be lit. Like, I'm talking about
It was
lit.
still like an 18 and up kind of thing.
Yeah, like like, bro, it was that shit. Like the first time me going there, my older brother took me there. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? Like when he took me there, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, yo, like this shit is nuts.
So like how ATL the movie kind of was. It's like that in a
bro,
movie.
like not in real life.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Word.
in real time. But like, bro, your biggest dope dealer was one of the probably the best skaters on the goddamn floor. Feel what I'm saying? Like,
dang.
nigga sell big weight. I'm talking about big weight. But boy, Sunday night
On them eights though.
On them eights, boy, getting jiggy with you. Feel me? I mean, he going crazy. Like, shit. Like, bro, I'm trying to be like him. Like, bro got cake. He got the girls. He got all the hoes. And this nigga got there skate his ass off. Oh, boy, yeah. I'm trying to be like him. And my brother was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bro was one of them people. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like watching my brother do that shit. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to do that. So, like indirectly, my brother showed me how to skate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I met my brother at Skate Town. And you know, me and bro, he would do his thing. I watch him, and then I learned. I'll be with my cousin and shit. My cousin was the one who actually like me and him would go skating every goddamn weekend.
Mm.
I spend it out of his crib. He'll go skate on the Saturday, Friday, whatever he go, and then we go to Skate Town. And he the one who actually taught me what is known now as ATL. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I learned ATL.
And this is not the stride. This the
and then the funny part about it, like, bro, like all the different styles and shit. So you talking about ATL ride, ATL step, the stride. Stride was never there.
Mm-hmm. That's
like,
new, right?
That's new. That's brand ass new. So the glide and the step, that's what was ATL. You feel what I'm saying? And I learned those first.
Okay.
So when I learned that, and then going to Sparkles on Sunday, you see these two niggas got there. They call them twin. They literally look identical. Them niggas there, legends, bro. Legends.
Word. Are they still around?
I don't know. I haven't seen them since. You know what I'm saying? But they legends, right? So seeing them, it was like, bro, them the ones that was on outside all the time. Feel what I'm saying? Like, and they like the whole, what's the dude named Cowboy?
Right? Oh yeah, big Cowboy. Shout out to Cowboy, man.
Bro, they did everything on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So like everything that they did, I mimicked that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I go there Sunday, watch them be on the inside because I don't really know shit.
Right.
I'm trying to holler at women at 2, 3, 10 times my age and shit.
Don't matter.
I'm a jit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm literally a jit out here.
Don't
there,
matter.
You know, trying to holler at her. They like, well, you were just a baby, but you don't know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know my brother right around the corner, you know what I mean? But whatever. So doing that and watching them, I go back Saturday, learn that shit, and then bro see me, he be like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Then start actually showing me that shit. So then I knew it. All right, cool. And then we get into the street shit, and skating shit was no more. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I mean? But I would say in 2000, like right, it was, and this was the time between like when the whole ATL movie was coming out and Sk8 was being built.
Okay.
So 99, 2000 was a big change to me for Atlanta because when the whole when ATL came out, it put a whole like it put a spotlight on the skate scene.
Okay.
It really put a spotlight on Sk8. Skate scene always been there for Atlanta. Period. We always skated, no matter what. Niggas gonna skate. You know what I mean? But that Sunday night transferred from being right there in Riverdale because shit, it wasn't nowhere to skate. Everybody going to Riverdale because there's nowhere to skate on a Sunday night. When Sk8 opened up, it started to pull that business from Sparkles and then bring that shit back to the west side.
Was that because it was it that much of a ride because it was closer?
Yeah, like you talking about going.
Atlanta's huge.
Yeah, well, it's big and it's small at the same time, depending on who you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, if you going from, let's say I'm coming from like Adamsville, Cascade, you know what I'm saying, MLK, right? That's a good 30, 40 minute ride, depending on traffic. That's about a good 30-minute ride going from MLK all the way to goddamn Riverdale. Because then you gotta go through College. You gotta go to East Point, College Park, then you in Riverdale. You know what I'm saying?
And was Atlanta traffic the way that it is now?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Man,
So this is different traffic, y'all.
Bro,
so if y'all surprised by that, this is different traffic back then.
I'm from Atlanta, and I say, nigga, it got full. I left because it was too goddamn full, bro. That shit full, bro. Like, bro, look, I get it. Shout out to Matt Jackson. You know, I don't know if you're alive or dead, whatever. You got rid soul. If you're not, keep living. But dog, the moment he said, we're open, come, but niggas came. And niggas ain't stopped coming.
And droves.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and real nigga shit, like talking about from Atlanta and shit, like the shit didn't change until 96. Like when the Olympics hit. That's when motherfuckers, like, that's when that spotlight was really on Atlanta like that. And motherfuckers started coming down. And the funny part about that shit was like, people who came down to Atlanta to fuck with Atlanta didn't fuck people from Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we had a lot of implants coming in making money, and then wasn't breaking bread with people that from Atlanta. So that's where you get that old Atlanta, new Atlanta vibe. You feel what I'm saying? Like people from old Atlanta fuck with people from Atlanta.
Right.
You
Grady Babies, all that good stuff. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And then, the people that came to Atlanta, they started trying to, I feel like, they tried to come in and take advantage of niggas from Atlanta because they felt like niggas was stupid. Niggas weren't stupid. We just don't do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like we respect where we at. We love where we at. We fuck with where we at. We'll show you Southern hospitality all day. Now it's like shit, that Southern hospitality done got played into the ground because like shit, niggas took advantage of that shit.
Right.
So it's like, man, fuck y'all.
Right. Now we just about this. Now we just about this bread like y'all been about this bread.
Like we love y'all, but fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we appreciate the business, but y'all business don't really fuck with Atlanta like Atlanta. Cause you can go around and see it immediately, bro. Like the moment you pass a certain area in Atlanta, you know exactly where you at. You know you in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I would say this, like, if you on Martyr, right? The moment you pass by little 5 points, you know where you at. You know what side of town you on. You feel me? As soon as you pass by little 5 points, that Midtown. As soon as you pass Midtown, you know you going into the white folks area.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know that because of the type of people that's coming around. And now is people starting moving out. There's more black people with money that's coming in nowadays in Sandy Springs and shit. When I was growing up, Sandy Springs was a white folks area. You know what I'm saying?
So now we everywhere now.
Now we everywhere. You feel me? But yeah, that's kind of like Atlanta to me. I think what really made me come to Florida was like I got a new gig. You know what I'm saying? And I was tired of Atlanta. One of my dreams was like, yo, bro, before I leave the US, I want to stay in Florida because I love Florida. I fucks with Florida, the weather. I like Florida. Period.
That's weird because a lot of people that move here don't really like it. That's from other places, unless they old.
Yeah, Hispanic culture shit. Like it's a lot of y'all motherfuckers. It's a lot. It's a lot. I love the women. Y'all women fine as shit. No cap. Y'all motherfuckers fine as a motherfucker. Jesus. Woo. But y'all don't talk to me though. I don't talk y'all language. Y'all look at you like,
because they'll look black or they'll look like they'll look white or something like that, and they come out in straight Spanish or Portuguese.
I've seen people like, and that's Brazil, and
Brazilians,
people from Brazil and shit. Like, bro, the fact I know I do capoeira and shit, it's like, I'm glad I know that shit because I can actually talk to someone on that level. But they be like, okay, what style you do? I was like, I do Angola. They be like, oh, okay, you do the original. Hell yeah, I don't really fuck with that nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with the Portuguese shit. Even though I know it, I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So when you came to Florida from like, because Atlanta at this point is like the Mecca. Yeah. It's like the Mecca for every damn thing. Like celebrities, clothing, culture, anything black.
Right.
So other than
it's been like that for a long time.
Yeah, brother. So other than like the influx of a culture shock, I guess you can say, of having so many Hispanics and stuff here. How was that transition for you as a skater, and how was that transition for you as a person, just kind of getting acclimated to this climate that we have here?
I would say the transition for me was I'm an only child. Even though I say I got a brother and shit, you know what I mean? Like I got brothers, but I'm really the only child on my side of the family.
Same here. I'm an only child. I got siblings on my dad's side, but I'm my mother's only child.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So me being the only child is like shit. I'm cool being alone. I've been alone all my life, so I'm straight on that. You feel me?
I feel that.
So
I got you.
Being here by myself was like, all right, well, I'm by myself. I may not have the resources that I had, but I'm a hustler. You know what I mean? So I'll just develop the resources on my own. So me actually coming out with a gig that allowed me to travel and shit, that was a big help for me. You know what I'm saying? I am a flight attendant. I fly around and shit. You know what I mean?
They say how you said that shit. I fly around and shit. You ain't looked at a
because,
real flight plane ticket in how long? Because these plane tickets are, but like they private jet prices, bro. That shit crazy.
Facts. Facts. Them prices be fucking astronomical.
That's why your ass be all over the place. I'm like, Rome got some cash.
Man.
He got a flight attendant, or he a flight attendant. It's got to be one of these, bro.
The thing about it, like, being in flight is like, it's like, the one thing, like what they say about Fight Club. Like, one thing on talk about Fight Club. What's the first rule? You don't talk about Fight Club. You don't talk about being a flight attendant. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first thing they say is like, oh my God, who you flying with? You like, bro, I don't even want to tell you. You know what I mean? Because the first thing that comes out of people's minds, like, shit, can you get a butter pack, a paint pack, all that shit.
People try to use you.
And for all the flight attendants that are skaters, man, I feel you. And I will be the first to say this from a flight attendant. For all my flight attendants, we ain't giving you shit. No. We'll tell you off top, hell no.
That's a fact.
You cannot, no, you can't. I ain't got it. We ain't never had it. We got it, but we ain't got it for you. And we're going to leave it at that. You feel me?
Man, I can only imagine, bro. You'll have people after you for the wrong places, wrong things, trying to catch a flight, trying to get everything, your top dollar off of you. It's like, bro.
You got to vet them in. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, like, all my shit go to my brother, my family. Like, ain't get nothing from me. All my shit go to my brother.
Heard it here first, y'all.
Because you got to vet them in, man. Like, you don't know how people going to respond. Like, this shit is real. Like, what you do can cost me my motherfucking job. Like, off top, you may do some bullshit and they just look up who buddy passed you on, and that shit come back to me. I'm finna go see about your ass. Like, okay. And I know a lot of flight attendants feel the same way. It's like, yo,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that
like,
makes sense.
We tell you, like, yo, hey, look, this is the rules. Do not fuck up on my shit. Don't fuck up on my shit. Just that simple. If they say that shit, let it ride and let you know you may not get on that plane. It is what it is. We fly standby. Sometimes we don't get on the motherfucking plane, but we cool because we got 4 or 5 different ways to get around. You got one.
And so if you miss it, you miss it.
And if you miss it, you miss it. And don't be mad that you missed it, because I told you off top, hey, look, this is what it is. You may miss it. You may get on it, whatever, but be cool. Don't be no assholes. If you want to be an asshole, I got to come see about you because they're going to come see about me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a fact. Man, shout out to these flight attendants, because it's a lot of work to be a flight attendant. If y'all didn't know, I've talked to a couple of flight attendants in my life. It's been they don't get paid until that door closes,
bruh.
So when y'all be sitting up here trying to get your bags and stuff, and you don't want to sit down and all, that's when they be they be getting all frustrated, want to cuss you out, because they ain't getting paid to deal with your crazy ass right now, bro.
Look, man, I try to tell people, man, like, look, dog, and most people, because I'm talking how I am right now, I was like, bro, I would never think you're a flight attendant. Good. Never think that, because when I turn it on, it's like, but who the fuck is he? It's like, don't worry about it.
I will pay to see Rome turn on the flight attendant, bro.
You will never see it until you get on my plane.
Like, turn the flight attendant voice on for him, Rome.
Never see it.
You got a microphone in front of you right now. Hello, I'm Rome Allen.
Hey.
Welcome to JetBlue. This is a Beeline 737.
Hey, man. Real shit though, man. Like, it's a lot of people that are flight attendants. I won't say their name because let them say who they are.
Right. I know quite a few of them that's in the state,
you know what I mean. But shout out to all my flight attendants out there, man. Whoever you with, you know what I mean. It's a dope thing to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And it's a high commodity. It's almost like it's like being a millionaire without being a millionaire, because you get to travel like them. You get to make your moves, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to do those things, and it's a very lucrative business. Like, just the aviation industry in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Like, just being, once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. Like, you don't want to leave that industry. You know what I'm saying? For me, being an entrepreneur, before I actually became a flight attendant, I was already traveling. Mm. I was a photographer. I actually ran a yoga event called Moving Art Experience, and that incorporates yoga, art, and holistic health. So being around yoga instructors and actually being a videographer, I get introduced to yoga instructors that do yoga retreats. So shout out to my sister, man, Lady Dork. Like, she was one of the first people that actually believed in my video work. So doing that actually took me different places. Like, the first place I went out the country was Bali. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've traveled around the U.S., been to Cali, Vegas,
I heard Bali's
Houston's
nice too, bro. You came back?
Bro. I know, right? It's like, bro.
You came back?
I was out there for 2 weeks, and it's like, dog, I got to go back. Like, for real? Like, it's I would say it's a journey to get there. It takes you about almost 2 days to get there. It's 25 hours. If you're going straight, 25 hours.
25
and you lose a day getting there because they're a day ahead.
Oh,
feel what I'm saying? So if you leave, if I'm leaving now, what's today?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, right? I won't get there till like Thursday their time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So that jet lag, stupid.
Yeah,
that
you know what I mean?
Crazy.
But the dope part about it was like, it's like I'm traveling through the future or traveling through the past and shit, because when I get back, I gain a day. You know what I'm saying? So it may be Thursday there. I may get back Thursday on the US side because of how long it's taking me to actually travel back.
Damn, bro.
So I may be in money, like let's see, the first time I went was in 2018, right? And it took me 25 hours to get there. It took me 34 hours to get back. You know what I'm saying? I had a little flight issue in Shanghai, and I had to actually wait like 8 hours to take another flight. It's Monday there. I didn't get back till Monday morning, LA time. I let you work out. Yeah, that's a long time.
So that's a flight. You don't ride economy on them kind of flights.
Nah, bro. I was on.
That's a long flight, bro.
I was in Monday for about maybe like a day and a half, maybe almost 2 days. I was in Monday, like still Monday. You know what I'm saying? So when I got home, I'm still
some
wired.
Back to the Future shit, bro. Like.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like I was still wired because I was like, I just came from Bali, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, me and see everybody. Went to holler at my artists, my yoga instructors, like, oh, how was Bali? Boom, boom, boom. But when I crashed for like 2 days.
Yeah, bro, because you
once,
2 days in the future.
Like once that town caught up with my body, I shut down completely. I was out of it. Like I was gone. Out of it. Because that's my first time actually traveling out the country. And the first time you leave the country, you go all the way across the world. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was cool as shit. Like I was excited the whole time. I didn't get no sleep going there because I was so excited to get there.
Right. Then you ain't getting out coming back.
And then when I get there, I gotta work. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm there I'm still experiencing the moment, but I'm also working at the same time. So that was dope.
Are you still doing those gigs? Or
yeah,
that was
absolutely,
like a one-time
absolutely, man, absolutely. I do them as required. You know what I mean? So if a yoga instructor hits me like, hey, I want you to do a retreat, send your work, what you did with Lady Dork, we'd love to actually have you film what we do here. Like, cool. Let's set it up, get the logistics together, and I'm out. You know what I mean?
So I got a question, right? So
go ahead, bro. What's up?
As a videographer,
yeah.
And you're a skater,
yeah,
right? So, like, have you thought about? I'm just saying, like, have you thought about?
I knew that was coming.
Have you thought about going into the process of becoming a skate videographer? Have you ever went through that process before?
No.
Okay,
no.
And the next question is gonna be, and why?
Okay, yeah. So and I was glad you said that. So the reason let me just touch on that. So when I look at videography in itself, which is videography as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta look at I'm looking at that from a marketing perspective. You was already out there, so it's like for me, out of respect for another videographer, I don't want to step into your market that you already dominating. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
And the thing is too is like I'm a creative at the same time too. Is like somebody for me personally, like, and I'm gonna come off a bit. We see a lot of people trying to do what everybody else do. You dig what I'm saying? I come from a time frame. It was like somebody else doing it. All right, well I ain't gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or even and so if I decide to do it, I'm doing it in the market where you're not at, where it doesn't affect what you got going on.
So it's out of respect.
Yeah, just out of respect thing. Like if somebody doing something in Chicago, right? Okay, they doing Chicago. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to Chicago try to do what they do, but I'll definitely take some bits and pieces of what they're doing and bring it here because we don't do it here. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So with you being in Florida already, being a skate videographer, I'm not finna come in and got them like, okay, I'm gonna try to do my own thing. Nah, bro, already doing it. If anything, I'm gonna lend a hand to what you got going on. Like, hey, bro, shit, I do film too. If you need a helping hand, I got you. You know what I'm saying? No. Because I knew he was gonna say that shit. No. Oh, trust me, I know you been. Hey, because when I need that second camera to go somewhere, I will be calling your ass for real. Right, exactly. Bro. Write that shit down.
10%.
Exactly. right. But real talk though, man, it's like for me, it's more so a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? They're paying homage because like I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody coming in and try to actually do what you do, it's like, why don't we just work together? You know,
I feel
what I mean?
that. I feel
So
that.
That's why I was like, nah, I would do it. And shout out to Malik. Shout out to Chad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Shout out to
everybody.
the bros in the skate
Everybody
videographer
who
world,
do skate,
man.
bro, everybody got a fucking camera now, bro.
Bruh.
Like everybody got a camera. Like it's so many skate pages and shit. It's like, dog, like, bro, I don't even want to do that shit because everybody doing it is like, oh, I can do it this way. I got my own thing. Bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Y'all do it.
So let's
I like to skate.
Let's dive deep and we'll get back into you a little bit because
Okay,
there's a lot of controversy.
Oh yeah.
About all the skate videographers.
Yeah.
And there are there's
Touch
there's
on that
there's so much that is going back and
Yeah.
forth to the point where some of the coordinators now are putting things in place where everybody just can't record freely anymore. So like what is your take on all the videographers, skate videographers anyway, that are out now? Like what is your stance on it? And you can keep it a buck, bro. We out here talking, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely finna keep it a buck, and so y'all can, I think me being a videographer, I think gives a better perspective, and being a skater that's not a videographer, I be able to actually touch on both sides. So I will say it as this: if I'm a event coordinator, which I've been before, okay, yeah. If I'm paying somebody to actually do, to actually capture my footage, you know what I'm saying, then I do want to kind of gatekeep that a little bit. And I know that's a buzzword for people, you know what I'm saying? But it is a bit of gatekeeping, right?
Right.
I do need to have it to where the videographers that I'm paying are actually getting some exclusive footage. You know what I'm saying? That way, so they feel, that I'm compensating them for something that I know is actually worth it. It gives more value to that footage. You get what I'm saying? Because they're the only ones that's actually doing it. They're the only ones that's actually skating at my event.
Okay, right.
So definitely.
I know their quality. This is what I'm paying for.
Right.
I need that quality product.
So yeah, I'm gonna have a certain amount of people that's actually got a camera, like they got their Ronins out, they got their Canons out, Sony, whatever equipment that they're using. They're the only ones that's gonna be able to come in and actually do that because I'm paying them to do it.
Okay.
You know what
that
I'm
makes
saying?
sense. That makes sense.
But also at the same time, there's a scoop that I want some of that footage for myself. You know what I'm saying? At least give me a copy of the hard of whatever you recorded. Give me a copy of it. I'm good. Now, however you edit it, we'll talk about editing part of it. That's a whole nother side of it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't really understand. Like, okay, the shooting part, that's one side, right?
It's a whole nother animal somewhere, bro.
Once you get into production and post production and actually start to actually edit that shit, that's a whole nother ball game.
You preaching?
Like, bro, that's a whole nother. I gotta find music. I gotta find the right rhythm. I gotta make sure that it's on beat. And now, like, that's another reason why I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like,
it's tedious, bro.
Like, bro, for me to find music for a yoga retreat, and that's a week's worth of footage that I go through. So it's gonna take me about a good month and some change to actually go through a whole week worth of footage. And I'm shooting almost 8 to 10 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine the amount of footage that I'm going through.
Too much, bro.
To piece together a 3-minute video.
Too much.
I gotta really compose a 3-minute video with at least a week worth of footage. I gotta minimize that, compress that all into a 3-minute video. That's a lot of shit to go through. You know what I'm saying? And then I gotta find the right beat to go through that, so I can imagine
a song that's long enough.
Right. So even like minimizing that to 3 days, right? So we talking about a 3-day event, right? And you got a videographer, and he's doing 3 days worth of footage, right? That's a lot of footage to go through. You got your day party, right? You shooting that. If the event coordinator wants you to actually shoot that, right? You shooting that. Then you got to actually shoot the actual event itself, the skate party, right? These skate parties be like 4 or 5 hours, depending on how big the party is.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So you shoot,
depending on how many people there.
Right. So you're shooting that, and you're doing that for 3 days. You dig what I'm saying? So if you're doing all aspects of the party itself, that's a lot of footage to go through.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
So I understand. Right. So the dope part about what you do though is like, yo, you'll shoot it and then you'll give it away, which is dope about that shit, because it saves the hassle of actually of the back end of that shit, right? You don't have to go through the whole like, all right, well, now I gotta edit all this shit, make sure people get the right shit. Nah, motherfucker, nah, look, whoever got a clip that I got from, I'm gonna put a watermark on it. Here's a Dropbox. Do your thing.
And I'm not even gonna front that. It came from. I wouldn't even say that I was being lazy, but I was being lazy, bro. Because it's just like.
But it's smart. It's smart as fuck to do though, bro.
Because
like,
people used to hit me up and like, yo, Josh, you got my video? What you got on? Man, I have blue jeans and a white shirt on. Nigga, that's everybody at the skate rink today. You know what I'm saying? Like, help me help you, bro. So I'm looking through hundreds of clips to find you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like, listen, bro, y'all go find yourselves.
Exactly.
And here it is. And the thing about it, even with that, like you were saying with the edit, as a videographer, and you gotta understand as an artist in general,
facts.
You're not gonna see my edit like you see your edit.
Right.
I can put something super basic on it and you will love it because you don't know no better.
You have no idea.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
That shit might be a whole preset.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing to it.
Right.
I threw a watermark on it, but that edit fire, and it's just like I ain't do nothing.
I had a preset for my color editing. You know what I'm saying? I already had a lumetri color set up for it.
Man,
Boom.
listen,
there
bro.
you go.
I just gave it to people because the thing that I found out is that from a videographer standpoint, because I'm surprised that more of the popular pages, even some of the newer pages, are not doing this because people are still complaining that they don't get their videos. Like it's so that's a whole market you not tapped into. Like just give the videos away.
That's reason number 2008. I don't fucking do that shit. I don't do that.
That 2008.
This is number 2025, bro. I don't do that shit. Nah, that's a lot. Like I can imagine what y'all go through because I go through it on yoga retreats, and that's just maybe 10 people. You dig what I'm saying? Like it may be 10, 15 people out of a 20 attendees, right?
Right.
Maybe 10 of those people to be like, yo, okay, I want to do actual personal yoga shoot with you. They pay their bread. You know what I'm saying? And I construct something that actually fits them for that, just to capture their time of their retreat. Whether it's a photo shoot, a reel, something of that nation. I let them know off top, look, I'm slow when it comes to creating because I don't rush the creative process, and I have to make sure that I'm creating a story for you. And also as well, my priority is the person who actually who coordinate this whole yoga retreat. So she gonna come first.
Right, she getting everything first anyway.
She getting everything first. You get what I'm saying? So once she gets her stuff, then I get to you. But guarantee what she gets, you're gonna get as well because you paid me for it. You get what I'm saying?
They're not gonna like you, Rome, in the skate world, then, bro.
You know what I mean?
You need to have that shit ready by the time you leave the rink.
No. But see, I do
slow.
what you do. I do what you do. I do exactly what you do. Like,
you slow, bro.
Here's my Dropbox. Send that shit right on out. I'm not fucking with y'all. And I'm gonna say this, bro. The dope part about what you do, though, it creates omnipresence that you don't have to actually put on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, all you have to do is actually once you put the Dropbox out and people pick it up, they're gonna know who the hell you are because of the watermark. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna show love whether they include you in the tag or whatever. They still see that watermark, Sk8Addict TV, boom, and the shit pops.
I mean,
you know
people using videos from like 2 years ago,
right?
And it's just like the logo's there. I'm not tagged in the video,
right?
And I had to give that part up because it's just like people.
Yeah, as an artist, you be like, yo, hey man, can I get credit for my shit?
But the logo's dead smack in the middle of it, so it's like it works either way. So like you said though, I think that's what helped my page become so successful because I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm not posting like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah,
every day.
Them days over with.
I will probably need a social media manager, and once we get to that point with Sk8Addict TV, like I might hire somebody to do that stuff.
Facts.
But I think my popularity came through because people just got their videos, bro.
Right.
Like it was free advertising.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It was free advertising. So you didn't have to come to my page. You saw me on your cousin's page or your crew member's page.
Exactly.
And then they wondered like, oh, did he get pictures of me? He got a video of me because we using the training trio together.
Right.
So now I got 3 more followers just from your training trio just because they saw the video because they want their videos.
Exactly.
So it's like I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for sure,
I appreciate that.
I think
I was just being lazy though, so I can't take too much credit.
No, but I mean, but look though. But see, the thing is, though, it's like, okay, I don't want to do the physical work of it, so I'm gonna use my mind to actually help me out, so I can expand me out to do something different.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't look at it as a lazy thing. As more so, okay, I'm working smart, not hard.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
I'm working smart, not hard.
Yeah,
lazy.
Some lazy shit, but yeah, I'm still smart.
That's some lazy shit. I'm a smart nigga, dog.
I'm still smart.
I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I'm smart though.
I'm still smart though. You know, big time Aquarius. You feel me? You know big time
Aquarius
big time.
energy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Aquarius
You heard it here.
Aquarius gang in the building. You know what I'm saying? But no, I look at it like this though. Like so, even from a perspective of someone who's not doing it, right?
Mhm.
They have a different aspect of it. So like Chad don't do that shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Malik don't do it. A lot of other videographers don't do it because they're artists first.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
they gotta
So it's
respect
like-
that.
And a lot of people respect it. A lot of people don't respect it because they want their shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you have to actually understand, like, yo, if they weren't out here, you wouldn't have shit to begin with. So you gotta pay homage to that too. It's like, dog, if he wasn't doing this dope ass content and how the angle that he sees it, the eye that he has, the vision that he has to see you in this light, to post you like that, people wouldn't even fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
And there's no-
a tough argument. That's a good argument.
And to be honest, like, it's no knock to the skater. You know what I'm saying? Because the skater's dope regardless, right? But there's also art in actually how you're actually displayed on a public platform.
Exactly. Like, you can be a beautiful model, but if the right photographer don't take the
Right,
picture
you
well
know
or
what I'm
paint
saying?
you well,
Like-
like you look like trash.
Like,
you know
there's
what I'm saying?
there's a lot of dimes out here that you would never know there's a dime until you actually put a camera on them and put the right lighting on them and have the right makeup and all. We can go all day.
Yeah,
with it.
it's a very symbiotic relationship.
You know what I mean?
Very
So
symbiotic
so the
relationship.
fact that, you know, that man decided to actually, you know, pull out his camera and actually film you and use his art, his eye to actually to bring a visual together that actually people like,
Mhm.
and it just happened to be you on the camera. Pay homage to that. You know what
Respect
I'm
it.
saying? But at the same time too, it's like, all right, it's like sometimes as an artist, like, okay, I do want to be charitable. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And I can actually give something away. So in the perspective of how you do it, you're doing both of them, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because that from a photographer perspective, from a videographer perspective, it gives you more time to actually create. It's not a lot of pressure on you to create something for your page because you're already creating a presence based on what you already put in the Dropbox.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
now I don't have to do all that shit. I ain't pressed to create nothing. I ain't pressed to really just put something out and make something dope.
I
No,
can
y'all
work
already
on this.
got
I
it.
can work on this podcast.
I can work on this podcast. I can actually take my time to create something that I want for my page. You know what I'm saying? I had to worry about who's all in the video. No, I do who I want to now. Oh, I ain't put you on my page. That's cool, but there's a Dropbox where you can actually have your own video and put it on your page.
I stopped that video submission stuff. I stopped that way early in my career, bro. Way early, because I started that because that was kind of what, you know, everybody was kind of doing at one point in time. Like, you submit a video, it was kind of an easy way to get content. You didn't have to create your own content, but y'all know me, bro. I'm really big on quality, and y'all know, shout out to Android, but y'all using these Android phones and the quality.
Hey, hold up, shout out. All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Nigga, this is my dog. This is my dog. This is my dog, and he is the founder of JB Dynasty. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, if you don't get you a fucking iPhone, boy. And he be on my ass about that shit. Like, you don't understand what the fuck going on Android. No, nigga. Get you a goddamn iPhone. Nigga, tired of seeing your green bubble, nigga. Fuck your green bubble. You know what I'm saying? But that's my dog, though. You know what I'm saying? Love him to death, man. Shout out to my dog, man. JB Dynasty, man. Fuck with y'all.
Shout out to
man.
JB Dynasty,
Shout
man.
out to them boys, man. Get you a goddamn iPhone, man. Fuck them Androids, man.
Because
I'm on your ass by that green bubble,
them Android phones, they didn't cut it, bro. So people were sending me videos, and they were blurry, they were grainy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, some of them were pretty good quality, but it was just like, you're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I told people in the first episode that, you know, I'm not the strongest skater.
Right.
So I'm not here to say, like, you suck, I'm not recording you, or you suck, I'm not putting you on my page. So what I didn't want to do, I didn't want to become God of who's going to be on my page and who was not going to be on my page.
Right,
I didn't want to create that atmosphere for the community. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because as I've realized, I put a poll up like yesterday, was it yesterday? And it pretty much said, what does skating save you from? And
I saw that.
Bro, if you go back and look at the comments, like, people really going through some shit, bro.
Yeah.
And skating is really out here saving lives. Some people got real holy, like, only Jesus can save me.
Right.
Bro, y'all know what I meant, bro. Y'all know what I meant, bro. Cut it out.
There's
some real, it's real
man.
shit that people are going through, and that skating saved them from. And who am I to say, like, bro, you suck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, you don't deserve to be on my page.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what I wanted to play. So I was like, you know what? I just cut all the submissions out.
Let's touch on that
Okay.
because there's a lot when people say like, you know, you suck and shit. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here who feel like they got the right to tell motherfuckers they ass. Like you hear that a lot. Like, oh, that nigga ass. Nigga, you were ass too at one time.
And then by whose standard?
Like, bro, that was the time you were ass. I've said it sometimes before, but then I had to actually recant what I say because I used to be that person. I used to like ATL, bro. I didn't know how to do ATL until I started actually put the work in to be ATL. You know what I'm saying? Like even like with JB. Like, yo, shout out to my dog Pat. You know what I mean? Pat, your girl's favorite skate coach. He changed his damn IG so much, bro. Like it's hard to like, bro. I tried to tag him and shit, and he done changed it like a day ago. It's like, damn, nigga, like, bro, stay one thing. Can you keep one IG handle for me, please?
Shout out to Pat, man.
Shout out to Pat,
keep your
man.
name the same, bro.
Please keep it the same, man. But real talk, like when I started that JB journey, man, like, bro, I was ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pat could have been like, oh, nigga, you ass, nigga, I ain't finna teach you shit. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. He saw the drive. He saw what it could be. He had the foresight to see what it could be. He's like, nah, bro, I'm going to teach you. You dig what I'm saying? Now, imagine a lot of, let's say the OGs, right? You know, like your OG skaters and shit. You know what I'm saying? That may feel some kind of way about how new school skaters are skating. You know what I'm saying? When nigga pull them niggas to the side and teach them. Or shut the fuck up.
Because the thing about that is like you, if somebody's ass and they come to you or you see that they're ass, you had enough conscience to come tell them that they ass, but you didn't want to teach them. Then you get upset when they go learn it from somebody else who is not as good in your eye either.
Yeah.
And they learn the style, they learn the concept, but it's not how it should be done. And then you complain on top of that also. So it's like, okay, now your whole style is supposed to be switched. Yeah. You had an opportunity to say something.
It's a JB skater right now. And I know when this podcast come out, people gonna know who the fuck I'm talking about. But it's a JB skater, old school. So I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. This nigga always got something to say about how niggas skate. It's like, okay, dog, we know you can't. We know you're a legend. We know that you're an OG. We know that you do this, but dog, you're diminishing your place in the community by what you're saying about these new skaters. You know what I'm saying? Like like what I know, like being the age I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I like to hang around the younger generation because I want them to understand I got respect for them. Right. Because OGs didn't respect me when I was coming up. You know, whether it was in the street, or whether it was in the skating rink. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, we have a time to actually change that and be like, nah, bro, you get respect from me. You know what I'm saying? Because you may have a new idea that I might not even fucking thought about. Right. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You may have came up, you may have did it in a way that I never fucking thought about.
Different thinking, different time frame, different everything.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta shut the fuck up and listen to what these young niggas saying. You know what I mean? Because they actually say they got some truth. They have more access to more information than we ever had. You know what I'm saying?
Cell phone is powerful.
And how they translate that information, they can translate a lot faster because it's coming so faster. You know what I'm saying? So I may want to shut the fuck up and actually listen to what they got to say because they may have some very valuable information, whether they've been through it or not. Right. The fact that they're able to actually digest the information and then give it back to me where it actually makes sense, I gotta respect that. Right. You know what I mean? So in the same sense of that, if we don't give them respect, they're not gonna respect what the fuck you've been doing. Like real shit. Like you got to give them respect the fact that they actually going out here and trying new shit. You got to give them that respect. If you don't respect them, they're not gonna respect you. They gonna always say fuck you. And that's why I think that's where that bridge is actually kind of being broken at, because you do have that clash. You know what I mean? Well, people be like, you know, man, I don't really fuck with him. You know what I mean? Because he always talking that shit.
So let me play devil's advocate with that. Okay. So is there an argument for the old OG skaters who are trying to teach? Okay. And the newer generation is not listening.
There's an argument.
Okay.
There's an argument with that. I will definitely say with OGs that are trying to teach, you know what I mean, you have to be very mindful about the student that you're dealing with. And that comes with actually understanding how to teach. If you don't know how to teach, then it's gonna be difficult for you to teach somebody.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? If you're just trying to show them, no, you gotta do it like this. You have to actually understand who the fuck you're dealing with and how to actually communicate. Communication is gonna be the biggest thing when you being a teacher.
Yeah.
Is actually learn how to communicate and convey what you're trying to give them so they can actually receive it the proper way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I'm teaching somebody, let's say short step, and again, I just started really teaching JB skating because I got the okay from OGs. Like I spoke to somebody like, hey man, is it cool that I teach? Like, bro, if you're gonna teach, just teach what you know. You know what I'm saying? Like once you teach what you know, and then they get past what you know already, then you give them to somebody else that can teach them more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that I'm cool with. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. So if I'm teaching somebody like say a short step or a bucky walk, right? I have to be able to convey to them in a way that they can actually receive what I'm trying to teach them, which means I have to become a student to them. You know what I'm saying? So even being a teacher, you still have to be a student because you have to be a student of who you teaching.
Yeah, how you would teach me is not the same way they would teach you.
Right. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So like how I teach, like say like my dog, my co-founder Mojo, right? How I taught Mojo is not how I taught my first lady Paige. You know what I'm saying? And then when Paige came in the game, she came with a teacher already. Shout out to Jay Styles. You know what I'm saying? Like he was teaching her before I got to her. You know what I'm saying? But he gave her the foundation. Then I used what she already learned and then just fine tuned it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes
to with Mojo came in and he already was like he had a drive for it. He wanted to learn it. You know what I'm saying?
Mojo got nice too.
Man, Mojo is fucking phenomenal, bro.
Mojo
like,
got nice, bro.
When I say Mojo, like, bro, it's like
I remember when Mojo started, bro. I got
what?
videos when Mojo started,
bro. Like when Mojo first started, man, like he was just a kid, just actually want to learn the shit. You know what I'm saying? But his enthusiasm about it was like, yo, he gonna be fine. Like, and my thing with him was like, because he wanted to know it so much, I'd have to do too much for him because whatever I gave him, he was gonna take it. He was gonna take it and actually just build on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would just do the basics with him, right? Short step, long step, bucky walk, shuffle, all the basic stuff. And what I would see with him is like he would actually, when I'm not there, and what I would hear is like, yo, Mojo been in the rink on the inside and doing it slow. And that's the thing that we always talk about. I was like, yo, that's how I learn.
Slow
you know
it
what
down.
I'm saying? Slow it down. Like, don't go so fast, slow it down. You know what I mean? Like, and when he got on the inside and just actually started doing it slow, when he brought it to the outside, that shit just looks so smooth. It's like shit. It's like, that should be like butter, man. It's like, damn, Mojo, like, okay, yeah.
Because I think Mojo started as like a shuffle skater.
Mojo was a shuffle skater. You know what I'm saying? Like Mojo was a shuffle skater. So for him to go from that to that, like even me going from ATL style to JB, is like, for me it was an easier transition.
I was about to ask you, how was that transition? Because like those are two different styles. Like
different styles, one with same tempo.
Because one was like, because ATL style is a little more aggressive in a sense.
Right.
But JB is kind of like that smooth, slide like butter type of thing. So
even with me, like when I do my JB, you can still see ATL in mine because mine it's a little more choppy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's my lineage. My lineage is ATL first. Then I transitioned to JB, so I'm still working out the choppiness of my ATL to be more JB. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I'm picturing you on a video. Like I take videos of you all the time, so I actually see like that. What you mean by like the choppiness? Like you the moves are down and you getting it too, but it's like
like the smoothness.
I can see the ATL peeking out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not fully there because I still had an ATL in me. You know what I'm
that
saying?
makes sense. That makes
So,
sense.
but with me, like if I was just growing up in Chicago and actually doing just straight JB, it'd be a totally different vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got the moves and everything, whatever. But because of what my lineage is from coming from ATL to JB, and then learning new school first before I learned middle school and old school. Actually, before I learned old school, it coincided with my ATL, but it didn't give me the smoothness that you're looking for in JB. So I'm still working on the smoothness of it for myself. You know what I'm saying? So as someone like a Mojo started off smooth because that's
what he started with.
That's what he started with. You know what I'm saying? Like I started him off where I ended at.
Okay.
So like
that makes sense.
So like for me, I knew the like the difficult shit because that's what Pat did. Like he put me in the difficult shit. Okay, you can do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning difficult shit first, and then when I actually take that trip to Chicago and I get with Mr. Money Rogers, and he's like, okay, you know how to do it, but I just need to actually work on your technique. And when he said, it's like, first, everything about JB is balance and sway. That's the first thing about JB, balance and sway.
I'm taking notes, y'all, because y'all know I'm
you
trying
know
to
what I
learn
mean? Like
JB.
once you get the balance, once you get the sway of it, you know, then you work on the smoothness of it, and then you start bringing out those moves that you know how to do. You know what I'm saying? So that shit slowed me all the way down, right? So when I got back from Chicago, that's when I met Mojo, and so I was like, yo, I can't go to Mojo with what Pat taught me, because that'll take him here when he ain't even been here yet.
Okay.
So let me give him what the OG gave me, and then he can build upon that.
Okay.
And that's exactly what happened. So like when I go to Mojo now, I can hit him with some stuff that Pat gave me. You know what I'm saying? Because he's ready for it now. He's got the smoothness there, so he can actually transition short step, long step, going into a big wheel, sprayed eagle, and then actually turn into a grapevine back to some shit like that, right?
That shit sound hard.
He can do he can
my knee is buckled.
Yeah, like he can do that now because he knows the basis of it first.
Right, that makes sense.
So if I call it out now, he gets it. Okay, boom, I got it. Yeah, it's that.
Okay.
It may take him like 2 or 3 trials, but he understands the concept of it.
Right. So then, and if anything, he can step away from it and come practice and
he'll do it on his own.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the good part about that shit.
So in regards to like with JB Southern, like where did that whole concept of JB Southern come from?
Oh man, that came as a joke.
Okay. Because y'all
like,
even got a song with Miss Neek, you know what I'm saying? And that shit fire, by the way. Shout out to Miss Neek.
Shout out to Miss Neek, because she laced us.
Yo, that's one of my favorites.
Side note, she's so goddamn fine. Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Miss Neek, y'all.
She got a whole
I gotta get her on. I'm gonna get her on the podcast too, bro.
I'll be honest. One time I tried to holler at her, and I went and I seen her fan base and how people surround her. I was like, I'm good. There's too many people around her. I'm good. I'll wait.
You got a crush, Miss Neek.
Somebody
got a crush on you, Miss Neek.
Miss Neek dope. You know what I'm saying? Miss Neek dope. But anyway, though, so we talk about JB Southern. Like I wanted to, cause I was posting a lot on my actual like company page, like Life Is Our Films.
Right.
A lot of skate videos and all that shit. And the first time I posted it just to see exactly how people would respond to it. That's in my network. That's in my community. I
think we posted a video, collabing on a video.
You posted that shit went nuts.
Yeah, it went crazy on
that
that.
Shit went nuts. I was like, and that was me actually like I had finally figured out how I wanted to do JB. And you caught that moment. I was like, yeah, okay, I need to change this up. So I was trying to figure, okay, well, I need to separate my skate. I need to separate my skate life from what I do, because I still need to do this. This is my business. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I get it.
But this may also be a business as well, depending on how I project it, right? So I was like, all right, let me just come up with a page. So I'm from the South and I do JB Southern. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Basic to the point.
So I just posted. I just came up with a page. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell people, follow the page. I took all my stuff down. That's on my Life Is Our Films page, and just started posting over there. And Irvo TV. That
shout out to Irv, man.
That
your favorite firefighter.
He'll piss you off sometimes too. His dark humor will piss you off sometimes. I love that dude, man. Young cat, man, with old soul, man. Love the brother death, man.
Shout out to Duval County, man.
Duval, man. Shout out to Duval, Jacksonville in the building. So I posted it in the group chat. We got a whole like Florida JB group chat. I was like, hey, go follow the page. He was like, that'd be a dope ass like group name. I was like, man, I'm not really thinking about no shit like that. I'm just posting it just so I can separate my business stuff, right?
Mm.
And the funny part about it, me and Charles were talking about the same shit, because Charles Sk8Flix Media.
Shout out to Sk8Flix.
Oh my God, it's Sk8Flix. You know what I'm saying? But Charles does music videos. You know what I'm saying? And Charles is really recognizing himself like, dog, I gotta start separating my skate shit, because my clients, this is a whole business for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was the one who jumped out there first and did it. You know what I mean? And he had Sk8Flix Media, so that helps him out. Me, I just need a whole page for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when everybody brought it to my attention, like, yo, that'd be a dope ass group name. And I was like, that kind of would be a group name.
It's fire.
So I had to think about it, like, do I really want that type of attention? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of attention. Like I see how groups get that attention. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a cliquish thing. It's like me, I fuck with everybody.
And I'm glad. Let me put a pin in that right there because I'm glad you brought that up because. So when you came up with the name JB Southern and you started to put it out there, what was the reception from the JB community? Because I asked that question.
Yeah. Because
shout out to the name is escaping me right now. Because I know their name, but I'm trying to put the name in order. It's Snap City, Florida.
Okay.
Snap City, Florida. I was about to say Florida, Snap City. I had to remember
I
had to remember what direction was in. So Snap City, Florida, but they got so much flack from Snap City, from DC in the DMV area.
Okay.
And what I was a couple years old that Snap City is not the style. Snap is the style.
Right.
So it's like Snap City is actually a brand.
Right.
So when they had Snap City, Florida, they got so much hell because of it. And you know what I'm saying? And mind you, some of the group members are from Maryland.
Yeah. Like Dice is from Maryland.
Yeah, Dice is from Maryland. So we're from Baltimore.
Right.
So how was it creating JB Southern and JB Chicago is such a JB is a Chicago-based artist, art style, skate style.
Definitely.
So how was it like? Oh, these niggas down here doing JB in the South. So what was that transition like? What kind of feedback did y'all get from that?
I think for me, because I've traveled to Chicago multiple times.
Okay.
And then actually, like when I go to Chicago, I go to pay homage. I come in there with an empty cup.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm here to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all willing to show me, show me. If you're not, I understand. But when I get on this floor, if you got some shit to show me, show me. You know what I mean? So, for me, actually, like, just going out and then, being on Instagram and shouting out people, on Instagram, vice versa. So, when they see my face on JB Southern, it's like, okay, that's bruh. We fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes from actually me doing the leg work of actually going out there and showing love. Like, actually paying respect to where the shit came from.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's like some people will get a style. They be like, "Oh nah, nigga, we do this shit here." No, nigga, you not. Like there was a dude that did JB, and we ain't gonna say no names. But there was a dude who did JB and kind of dissed JB. He from Atlanta. He kind of dissed JB a little bit, and they had to correct his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was exploited on IG Live. They had to correct his ass. So in that same breath, it's like, nah, bro, I'm not finna do that shit. I'm not finna be the sacrificial lamb that's doing some dumb shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're not gonna do that.
For me personally, I had to put myself in their shoes, right?
Right.
If somebody came talking about ATL skate, right, and then talking about, oh nah, ATL did this, did that, I gotta come in and be like, nah, bro, that ain't what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't where that shit originated from. I'm actually one of the people that actually was in that shit when it first started. So you're not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand where JB skaters from Chicago be like, nah, nigga, you not finna say that. You know what I mean? And it's just out of respect for what they do and what they fought hard and what they've been fighting hard for to keep as a culture thing for that city.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
What y'all don't know, like JB was not the class favorite when it first started.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's, to be honest, bro, like when I hear stories about JB going to different skate events and shit, it never was. You know what I mean? The fact that Jive Biscuit, and shout out to Trish, man, for starting
Trish.
17 years and running, man. That's crazy. 17 years is crazy. But yeah, for Trish, like Trish is from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So for her to actually do a Chicago, and again, Jive Biscuit is not a Chicago, it's not a Chicago based event. Officially.
Unofficially.
Officially, it's not a Chicago based event. But it is though, because she's from Chicago. So people from Chicago are going to support their relatives.
And that's what I love,
you know what I'm
about
saying?
them, bro. Like I think the first time I went to Jive, I think that's when they all had orange shirts on when they went during their style call.
Yeah.
Like that's when I realized just how tight knit they are. And it was really impressive to see that community. It's awesome.
What I like about Chicago is that they have beefs up there.
Of course, everybody does.
But everybody does. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. But when they leave that city it's all Chicago.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's how it should be.
It's how it should be.
How it should
you know
be.
what I mean? So that's what I like about that shit. You know, it's dope as fuck. It's dope as fuck to see. But again, like with Job Biscuit, it's like it's not officially a JB skate event, but it's ran by somebody that's from Chicago that lives in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So people from Chicago are going to come, and she's going to cater to that people because that's the majority of people that come.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
They'll pack out the floor by themselves.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Pat, and then when you got Killer B and CJ who been doing Job Biscuit for years. It's like you're gonna get that heat.
Every time,
you gonna get that heat every time.
Every time, bro.
So yeah, definitely. But yeah, outside of that event, you know, JB Skate wasn't getting them the recognition that they was supposed that I feel like they should have got. Okay. So I hear the stories from Reggie and Pooh and I don't think Larry travels like that. Shout out to Larry. But a lot of people did travel. JBX. They traveled.
Shout out to JBX.
Shout out to D, man. Shout out to D-Lo, man. You know what I mean? Like I think they were one of the first groups that actually like traveled on a regular basis and actually like put JB on the map like that. Outside of Pooh Elite and D Breeze.
Yeah, Pooh in damn Germany and Amsterdam now.
You know, and D Breeze is OG. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
You know, so with D Breeze and JBX, they going out there and actually showing people what JB is. That took on a whole nother thing. Like they're going in Bogart that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, JB here. Whether they in the parking lot, whether they actually in the actual skate event itself, like they're just showing you what JB is. You know what I'm saying? And that was the dope part about that shit. So even when they don't play their music, okay, I'm gonna go my ass in this parking lot and play this music. You gonna hear this shit. You gonna love what the fuck we doing. You know what I mean? So
because they have like JB music is very specific,
bruh.
You know when you hear it, them horns start going off.
Bruh, the dope
Get
part,
that, you know what I'm saying?
The dope part about JB music is that, well, the dope part about Chicago in itself, when you go to that skating rink, dog, and not for a skating event, but just going to a regular session, they're not playing none of your shit. I'm sorry. They got their own producers. Bruh. They got their own DJs.
Everything, bro.
They got at least like 13 fucking different producers that play music just for them. So it's like, dog, they got decades worth of music that they can just go down. They ain't gotta never play your shit.
Never.
I never gotta play, like when you go to Chicago, I never hear you very rarely hear something on the radio or something that you hear on iTunes or whatever, TikTok, whatever. You're not gonna hear that shit there because they got their own shit. They got a catalog full of shit that you just may never heard a day in your life. And that shit be banging. It's like, what the fuck? Like, yo, this shit is hard.
I have to go to Chicago. I haven't been to Chicago yet,
bro.
I have not been, bro. Every time I say that, everybody give me that same side, bro. I have not been to Chicago yet.
It's like it's fun. It's fun. I'm gonna say this though. So it's like for a JB skater that's not from Chicago, and like yo, I'm finna go to Chicago. It's like a black man going to Atlanta. I'm finna go to the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Like
I knew you were about to use that term.
Like real talk. Like right, real shit is like
you're going to Jerusalem.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're right
to see the king. You know what I'm saying?
You're a rite of passage.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real shit though, it's like it's like a nigga going like, all right, you from Alabama. Atlanta's the biggest thing to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anywhere out, and if you're not from Atlanta, Atlanta's big to you. Because there's not a lot of places in the United States that has so many black people, affluent black people. You know what I'm saying? That's thriving and striving and doing their thing. There's not a lot of cities in America that do that.
Atlanta's like Neverland, bro. Like it's
for a black person, absolutely.
It's Neverland. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So for that, for a black person that's not from Atlanta, that's where I'm going.
That's just a culture shock.
You know what I'm saying? So for a nigga that does JB, I'm going to Chicago. You know what I mean? It's the same thing on a micro.
Right, absolutely. I get you.
On a macro, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going like, all right. I feel like I've gotten this part. I've gotten pretty good at where I'm at. I need to go to Chicago now.
Yeah, like I can only imagine when I know a handful of Florida JB skaters went up to, I think the last event they just had up there. It wasn't IR.
No, JBX. We all went.
Okay.
So we have a Florida JB community, Florida JB United. Shout out to everybody that's part of that. But we all went to Chicago. Like we all planned the trip. We all went to Chicago for JBX.
Crazy. I know it was crazy.
Man, it was it was dope to see all of us as a unit go up there. Like real talk, it was dope.
How many of y'all in that group? Because I see the posts and stuff connected all the time. So there's that like a connected thing amongst all the JB skaters, or is that like somebody's particular page and everybody's okay?
It's something that us as I guess the founders of our skate groups, we was like, no, we need to keep this close knit. We need to keep this a family thing. You know, what I'm saying? With that. And Charles being a graphic designer, you know, kind of like the media guy, marketing guy for us. He's like, man, shit, I got it. Created it. Boom. Florida JB United, right? It's created the page. We created the chat. And the thing was like with me, I'm a backstory real quick. So when I started JB, it was just me and Jeff. And Jeff is actually the founder of JB Dynasty, right? Right. Jeff's from Fort Lauderdale.
Shout out to Jeff.
Jeff would travel from Fort Lauderdale to go to Atlanta to learn from Pat. Religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like he would fly to Atlanta when Pat was living in Atlanta. He would fly to Atlanta to learn from Pat. Because wasn't nobody really doing it like that. Yeah, he had one person here. I think he had one person in Fort Lauderdale, if I'm not mistaken. I'll let him quote me. Don't quote me. Hey, bro, just don't get me on this. But I'm just telling the story how I remember it, right? But he had one person in Fort Lauderdale that showed him JB. But who really taught him was Pat. So he would travel to Atlanta to learn from Pat. I would do the same thing. So between me and him, we would just travel and learn, and whatever we learned from him, we would bring it back. So from us, it was like, yo, with us building that, and then us actually building our own groups, it was like, okay, look, we have the resources here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep those resources here, and then let's actually start a community similar to what Chicago is. That's what I'm saying? Not what Chicago is, but actually paying homage to what Chicago has done. Right. Absolutely. That makes sense. That's a good way to put that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, we're not trying to be y'all, but we definitely understand what y'all have done. It wouldn't be us without y'all. Right. So we're going to start a community to pay homage to that, and then we're going to do it in our own way. And that's what that's what the Florida JB community is. You get what I'm saying? So doing that, it literally like that grew like wildfire. Like real shit. Like it just grew. It grew quick. Like it's a lot. Like from it being like. So this is everybody that's in Florida that does. Everybody JB. Who does JB in Florida that actually fucks with us. You know what I'm saying? On that perspective, they in that chat. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like we add people in that bitch on a regular basis. Like I literally get. It'd be like bling 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 all over my. I had to literally put that shit on mute because it'd be so many damn people. That's good news. That's good it's news. Good. You know what I'm saying? It's good news. Like dog, but like once one person says something in that chat, that shit just bling 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 bling. Cause everybody got a comment like, all right, let me mute this shit. I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a lot, but it's dope to see too because at the first we didn't have that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So with what's going on in the JB community, like we're very thankful. We thank God that there's so many people that's actually wants to be in JB now. Like, for example, like, yo, there wasn't a lot of, like, when I first came here, there wasn't a lot of sessions in Florida. No, I think we had like a first and third. We had the first and third Saturday. Just the first and third, you know what I'm saying? And within a 3-year stretch now, it's like 4 or 5 different sessions on a regular, like this. Yeah, bro. Like, there's a lot of sessions here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. From Wednesday all the way to fucking, all the way to Sunday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope to see. And then the music, like, the reason I understand what Chicago went through on a regular basis with going to events and shit because we went through it here. Like trying to get JB music here in Florida. And shout out to Problem Child, man. Like, took the words out my mouth. Like, bro, Problem Child actually, like, he took the time to say, you know what, bro, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? And actually, like officially and unofficially became our Florida JB DJ. Man, listen, bro, I'm so proud of Tay, bro. Excuse me, DJ Problem Child. Problem Child, man. Shout out to Problem Child, man. His progression. Because at one point in time, JB was his shit when he first started. Though. Yeah. Like, it's like, he didn't know how to mix nothing else, but he could mix through JB. And to see him, like, actually being able to get out of that box, play everything else, and still be a beast. Because I think it was IR. Yeah, that's what you when he did one of the sessions at IR, I was like, oh, okay. So you the man now in Florida when it comes to the JB session. Got you. Check. And shout out to DJ Naya too, man. Cause Naya shows a lot of love to the JB community as well, man. Like that would between DJ Naya and between Problem Child, like they the ones who actually showed us the most love when it came to like JB skate. Whether it was just R&B that we can like to tempo that we can actually skate to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're the ones who did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't be able to. they wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't do what we did, and vice versa.
That have somebody to play for.
Yeah, you know what
I mean?
I'm saying? It's like, yo, okay, if ain't no JB skaters here, what the fuck am I? Why would I even pick it up? Okay, there's a whole bunch of JB skaters here. All right, shit, I need to start picking this shit up because they're growing.
I want to be safe to say is that JB is really taking over the skate scene here in Florida.
It's dope to see.
It's between JB and New York, New Jersey.
Yeah,
I would say.
New York, Jersey had they run for a long ass time. Y'all move the fuck over. So for y'all.
You petty, bro. Shout out to New York, New Jersey. I love New York, New Jersey, bro. They especially recording y'all. I need to get some better insurance.
I'm sorry, let me stop from New York, New Jersey. Sober. Hang that shit up. We already took one of your goddamn New York, New Jersey skater. She's a JB skater now. It's over. Sorry, she's even in JBX now.
That's crazy.
Nah,
it's the petty, bro. We're gonna cut that one too, like a reel for y'all. bring y'all to come listen to the podcast because we talking hardcore shit right now.
It's over for y'all. You know what I mean?
So, bro, we got a JB United, we got JB Southern. So, like, I mean, what's next for Rome, JB Southern, just the overall JB community? Like, what's next? We're here now. It's taking over like wildfire at this point. So what's the next moves looking like for y'all?
Right now we have a session. We do have the Get Down. We've had that for it's going on a year now. Shit.
Yeah, bro.
We've had that session for a year. Shout out to everybody that's been a part of it. Shout out to the round table. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the Florida JB community. Shout out to Prince too, man. Shout out to EVC, man. You know what I'm saying? They picked it up. They actually started collabing with us, you know what I mean? So that's dope to see.
Shout out to EVC, man. They've been doing big things over the last couple of years themselves.
Shout out to Reggie and his team, you know what I mean? They definitely helped us out along the way. But we have a session now. That's the main thing, is actually keeping that session going, keeping those numbers up with that. Still having that vibe there just for us to actually just come in. But I think now is it's time for events. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time for us to actually like do an event. And again, I gotta talk with my brothers. And actually, discuss that. But it's definitely time for events. They do their thing on their own by themselves. Like shit, some of the biggest after parties come from Irv, the great Irv, his damn self.
Yeah, all they be having crazy house parties and all that.
That's
stuff,
like a running joke for us, man. All here Irv, man. Like real talk. Like Irv throw them goddamn
Irv got it.
Like real shit, man. Like bro, he threw that damn party last year at Figure 8. Shit went fucking crazy, and I was mad I wasn't there, but shit went fucking nuts. And he's throwing another one this year, so get ready for that one. That shit's gonna be crazy this weekend. But yeah, definitely I think we have the manpower. We definitely have the rapport for us to actually start doing events now with Charles doing Skateflix Media, Irv doing this promotional thing, like how he does parties and shit. People know Irv to throw them parties.
Right.
They know he gonna throw them parties. The wisdom between me and Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely try to be the voice of reason sometimes. And then sometimes we be like, fuck that shit.
I got smoked today.
I got smoked today. You know what I'm saying? And me and him, we go at it. We have a war of minds. I have a war of minds with all them boys. Trust me, man. It's not a time when we don't fight about ideas and shit. Sometimes I feel like they be on my ass, but when I sit back and think, I'm like, okay, all right, they got a point.
Yeah. You can argue about ideas, just don't argue about bullshit. You know what I mean?
we go at it, but we go at it for the greater good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So even though I may feel some kind of way, like I know it's for a greater good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be devil's advocate in that chat. They know that. They know I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I'm always have a different perspective when it comes to it. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna have a different perspective as well. Like real shit. Like you gotta think like there's a big age range in that chat, like from the 30s to the teens. You know what I'm saying? Like Mojo's not 21 yet.
Damn, word. Right. And that shit made me feel old. That's crazy.
Bro, he made me feel old every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's wild.
But there's a huge age range in there. So you know what I mean? So for us to be able to actually come together in that type of like small melting pot, to be able to understand one another and be able to communicate with one another and be respectful of one another is dope to see. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So again, like, me and Jeff, we kind of like the old heads, we the unks or whatever y'all want to call us, and we'll have our conversation, and then we'll have the conversation with the table, and then we'll have the conversation with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a hierarchy thing, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's just more so
it's an order.
Yeah, just have it to make sure
structure.
that just make sure we have some type of structure. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just all over the place having ideas and shit, and then nobody actually executing some of these ideas.
That's a fact.
Or actually, really like testing these ideas to see do they work. You know what I mean? Like a lot of ideas that come from just the session in itself came from the Florida chat. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody came up with the idea. I forgot who, but like shit. We all galvanized together to say, hey, we need a session. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we tired of having to fight with DJs to get our music played. We need a session.
Just that simple.
You know what I'm saying? We need a session, and we got thrown an olive branch, and we started a session, and we've been rocking it since then.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So it's dope to see. But yeah, events is next.
So when you say events, you mean like party?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even call it a party. I would say an event. Because you say a party, it doesn't give the structure that I think it deserves. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have a party inside of an event, you know what I mean? But more so, it should be an event because we can have an array of things going on in that event, and there will be a party involved in that as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, once we figure out the logistics of it, how it works, who all wants to be on board with it, who all is really passionate about it, we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But there's no rush to it, but I definitely think it's going to happen organically. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to see how that turns out.
Man, I hear that, man. So shout out to Rome, Allen.
Yes, sir.
And the JB Southern crew, the Florida JB United crew, man. Shout out to all the JB skaters out here in Florida. Thank you so much, Chicago, for putting your stamp on this JB community and being open-minded and creative along with everybody that's trying your style, man. We really appreciate for everything that you guys are doing, man. So, what do you want to leave with anything before we head out, man? Where can we find you? Because you do videography, so if you got a yoga retreat,
you got a yoga retreat, or
holla at bro.
Just videography in itself, you know what I'm saying? Just holla at me. I won't do skate, so don't ask me for that. Holla at him for that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Life is Art Films, IG. You can actually follow our skate page, JB_Southern. Life is Art Films is Life is Art _Films. And just follow our members too, man. Rage on Page, shout out to Page. Mojo, that's Mojo. You know what I'm saying? ABMJ. Follow us, man. Follow all the other pages too, JB Dynasty. Follow Seville on Wheels. You know what I mean? Follow all of us, man. Like, follow the Florida JB United. Definitely follow that because all of us are on there.
Facts.
But yeah, just follow us, man. Follow Sk8Flix Media.
He putting all the plugs in. Keep going. That's family. Put them all in there. Put them all in there.
Supporting that we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just support us all, man, because it's all Florida. You know what I mean? Even though I'm from Atlanta. You know,
I mean, love is love, man. We all have this love that's down there. I love the community that's being built here in Florida.
I'm gonna say this about Atlanta, man. Like, a person from Atlanta, like, what we do in Atlanta. Somebody that's from Atlanta, like, being there all my life, being raised there, we like to, when we leave our city, we like to bring what we do in our city to another city. You know what I'm saying? And that means actually bringing people together, because that's what we do in Atlanta. Old Atlanta, that's what we do. We like to collaborate. We like to work with one another. We like to see, okay, you got something going on, I'm going to support you. You know what I'm saying? Or we see an idea that can actually, spark something that can be bigger than what we are as a person. You know what I mean? So me seeing that in the skate community, JB in itself, okay, I see something here. I got some ideas, I got some history, I got some expertise and some things I think that can work for this community. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, it takes time. It takes time. I definitely realized that I had to actually, put the work in, put the footwork in, actually get my name out there.
You definitely put some work in, bro. I done seen you since you started that thing, bro. Yeah. And I mean, to see the progression. Yeah, so it's been very impressive, bro. Very impressive. So definitely, man, just getting a rapport and actually, showing that, okay, he's serious about it. You know what I'm saying? He's actually putting the work in. We will fuck with him.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
that in itself, getting your stripes. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting work in the streets. Nigga, you ain't getting no stripes. You ain't getting no money unless you put some work in. You
But
know
don't
what I mean?
get it twisted.
Yeah.
When trap music come on, don't
yeah.
get it twisted.
Yeah.
He's still from Atlanta.
I'm still gonna ATL,
Don't
no
get
doubt. No doubt.
don't get it twisted.
No doubt,
He's
but
still
yo-
from Atlanta, and he
No
gonna
doubt.
ride out on y'all.
I'm definitely
He gonna ride out.
ATL.
He gonna ride out for about 2-3 songs on you too.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ATL.
I know definitely one is Geeked Up
Yeah.
by D Full Hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely one is C Murder Down for My Niggas.
Yeah. Getting tired of this song, but yeah.
Hey, but it slap
It
every
It slap.
time, bro.
It slap.
It slap every time.
If they play that Gip serving, and if and the ATL nigga know what I'm talking about. If they play Gip serving, I'm going ham on that shit. And people from ATL, they know what song I'm talking about. Yogi, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a whole array of ATL skaters out there now. You know, you got ATL Ride, but you know, Yoga has done his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like ATL Squad.
Shout out to Yoga,
do their
man.
thing,
Shout out to
man.
ATL Squad.
Paul's been doing it forever. You know what I'm saying? I was there when Paul first started. You know what I'm saying? So I know where Paul's lineage come from. Even Twan, who is ATL Squad. Like I know his lineage. You know what I'm saying? We all came from Skate Town. We all from the South Side.
Oh damn. Okay, so y'all been skating forever.
Yeah, like I know who Twan used to skate with. You know what I'm saying? I know who Paul used to skate with. You know what I mean? Like we all grew up in that same area. So I know it's dope to see them still. Like when I left, they stayed. So for them to be where they are right now, and the fact that the skate world is getting so much recognition now, and they're getting some of that recognition, I appreciate it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
dope to see. Even with Chicago, like there's a lot of like I didn't know that that somebody from Rich Kids was the stunt man for Bow Wow in Roll Bounce.
Really?
Like bro, Rich Kid, like Rich and y'all look Rich Boys, Rich Boy. I'm sorry, Rich Boy Skate Crew. Somebody from there was actually the stunt double for Bow Wow in Bounce. And when I look at him, I'm like, damn, that is him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't look like that now. When you look at it, it's like, okay, yeah, because I know that big wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen that big wheel before. I know who that is. But yeah, shout out to Rich Boys, man. Them boys, like, Rich Boys? Whew. Jesus. Rich
Man,
Boys.
we definitely got to get y'all on the podcast, man. Like,
Sure.
that's one of the points of the podcast, really just to come back and talk to people such as yourself.
Yeah.
And really get some of the background history from yourself so we can start reaching out and talking to those people
Facts.
that come back up, man. One thing I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to bring that history back.
Go get Rich Boys, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Go,
Trying
go
to
get
bring
Rich
it back.
Boys.
There's so much stuff
go
people
get
don't
See
know
It.
about, bro.
Go get See It. See It to tell you.
It's so much stuff people don't know about, and this is having these kind of conversations like this.
Yeah.
Get away from all the bullshit.
Facts.
No, don't get me wrong. We're gonna talk about ratchet
Talk
shit
some
on here.
bullshit.
We're
Yeah,
gonna talk
talk
some bullshit
some
and some
bullshit.
ratchet and
There's some stuff
backpacking. Who you know what I'm
some
saying?
stuff we
Fanny
could talk about,
packing.
but we didn't talk about it. But
We're gonna talk
yeah.
about all that on here,
Yeah.
but it's also I want to be able to engage on that learning piece because we're not gonna lose it, bro.
Facts.
Somebody's got to talk up and say something about it, and this is the way to have healthy conversations about it. You know what I'm saying?
Most
The big
definitely,
healthy
most
conversation.
definitely, most definitely.
But first and foremost, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into the Sk8Addict TV podcast, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
definitely appreciate y'all. We appreciate your
sir.
support. Make sure you go follow every motherfucker, he said. I'm not even going to name them because I don't want to miss everybody.
There's a lot.
But at the end of the day, make sure you follow,
steps,
make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Make sure
Yes,
you leave a
sir.
comment. Go holler at us on Instagram. But at the end of the day, make sure you follow us on any platform at Sk8Addict TV where we ride, we vibe, and we party. Aha! We ride, we vibe, we ride, we vibe, we